House building is important. It's a variety of different reasons. There's a social issue of everybody wants to have a decent house in the place where they want to live. Some of the existing housing stock is poor quality, some of it's in the wrong place. And in some places there's just not enough houses. There's also a very important economic issue. House building in itself is an economic activity. It generates jobs, but it's also something that businesses look to when they're making investment decisions about relocating, and particularly on the international playing field. That's an issue that inward investors are going to be looking at. A statistic that's been given of a need for about 500,000 new houses, and I think a lot of us gulp and say that's a lot. And it's a combination of different factors. So there's population issues. It's also a factor of people moving around the country. We also have households splitting up, people getting divorced. So it's a combination of all these different factors. The planning system does tend to find difficulty in allowing new development because there's a series of planning issues, factors that they have to take into account. One of the biggest problems is ideally no one would like to see greenfields develop. There is an acknowledgement within the system that greenfield sites are necessary for new housing, but those are harder to convince the planners because there's a series of factors. You've got to look at the landscape impact, availability of infrastructure. There might not be a school particularly close, local road junctions might need to be upgraded, and there's also issues about just putting in services. Housing sites are not straightforward to deliver, particularly through the planning system. There's lots of different issues dealing with the infrastructure, the capacities, the concerns planners might have, trying to navigate through the system reasonably quickly, and avoiding the need for things like having to go to appeal and all the uncertainties that there are there. The Brodies planning team's there to help house builders. What we provide is it's the practical insight because we've been involved in so many houses over so many years in so many parts of Scotland. So there is a resource there that means we can get the job done.